"Jessi, are you sure about this?" her crew chief asks. "The jet car is a beast. Anything could happen at 550 miles per hour." Strapping on her helmet, 39-year-old adrenaline junkie Jessi Combs flashes her trademark daring smile. "Don't worry, Chief, I was born ready for this. Now fire up that engine. It's time to shake the sound barrier." You heard that right. Jessi's attempting to smash the women's 512 miles per hour land speed record today. Rewind to Jessi's childhood. This fearless South Dakota girl had gasoline in her veins. Her mechanic dad had her rebuilding engines blindfolded by age 12. Jessi's need for speed only grew stronger over the years. But one fateful day, her enthusiasm would prove tragic. Strapping into her jet car, Jessi flashes a daring smile. She confidently tells her crew, quote, "Legends aren't made playing it safe. I'm willing to lay it all on the line to go down in history." The deafening engines ignite. Her moment of truth has arrived. We know the supersonic quest ended in disaster. But what terrifying secrets do a daredevil's final minutes hold at a mind-bending 550 miles per hour? Blasting through the Nevada desert at 200 miles per hour, teenage Jessi Combs knew she was born to drive. While most kids were shopping at the mall, Jessi was tearing up dirt tracks with her dad. By 15, she could tear down engines blindfolded. Jessi soon entered the adrenaline pump world of professional racing and stunt driving. Colleagues described her as lightning fast and born without a fear gene. She sped through enough high-octane rally races to leave your head spinning. In Jessi's words, quote, "I've always had a need for speed ever since I got hooked jumping ATVs as a kid. Adrenaline is like my fuel. The faster, the better." But shattering land speed records became Jessi's obsession. In 2013, she obliterated the 398 miles per hour female driving record. Yet, Jessi remained laser-focused on the overall record, 512 miles per hour, set back in 1976. How would you like attempting to control a 52,000 horsepower jet fighter rocketing across the desert? Jessi's team called her reconfigured jet car a beast, but taming wild machines was her specialty. By August 2019, Jessi was ready to make history in Oregon's Alvord desert. Screaming across the 9-mile track at 500+ miles per hour, her eyes saw only the horizon. As Jessi said, quote, "Those willing to risk it all are those who achieve greatness," and she was willing to lay it all on the line. So picture yourself strapped into a supersonic jet as the engines ignite. Would you have the guts to push the limits like Jessi? What do you think ran through her mind approaching 512 miles per hour? Let me know in the comments. The clock is ticking as Jessi Combs buckles into her supersonic jet car. Today's the day she'll finally smash the female land speed record of 512 miles per hour set back in 1976. On her first 522 miles per hour run, Jessi felt untouchable. According to her teammate Rebecca, quote, "We'd never seen Jessi so pumped. She jumped out yelling, 'That's what I'm talking about, baby.' This was her moment." But to make it official, Jessi has just 60 minutes to complete a return pass per Guinness World Record rules. Talk about pressure. Jessi's mechanic Joe recalls, quote, "We scrambled to turn that 5,000-pound beast around on the desert track, but Jessi was locked in the zone. She knew this was her time to shine." Strapping on her helmet, Jessi cracks a smile. Joe asks, "You got this, champ?" Jessi replies confidently, "Let's show him how it's done." She furiously revs the jet engines, signaling the crowd to take over. Wheels screeching, Jessi blasts off chasing glory at 500+ miles per hour. Here's where you picture yourself in the cockpit as the 9-mile desert track becomes a supersonic blur. Jessi's target speed, a mind-bending 550 miles per hour, nearing the sound barrier. At that velocity, one tiny mistake could mean disaster. How does Jessi stay focused? Share your thoughts in the comments. Back in the pits, the mood is electric. Rebecca recalls, quote, "We were glued to our screens tracking Jessi's speed. She needed to average over 512 miles per hour. The numbers skyrocketed, 530 mph, 540 mph. We were certain she'd done it." But suddenly, a sputtering transmission from Jessi's radio. She manages to utter, "Something went wrong," then only static. The crew's cheers turn to confusion, then dread. Rebecca says, quote, "My heart dropped. We waited and waited for Jessi to reappear, but deep down we sensed she wasn't coming back." Tragically, investigators concluded a mechanical failure at 550 miles per hour caused Jessi to veer off course and crash catastrophically. The impact killed her instantly. She was just 39 years old, doing what she loved most, chasing speed records few dare to dream of. Her teammate Joe reflects, quote, "I keep asking, what if we'd caught the part failure earlier? But Jessi knew the risks. She went out on her own terms faster than any woman in history. She inspires us all to live without limits like there's no tomorrow." While Jessi's unrelenting drive led to a devastating end, her free spirit pushes us to make every moment count. Just like Jessi said, quote, "We have one life, so make your dreams happen today. Who knows what tomorrow brings?" Jessi's supersonic jet car roared across the desert, vapor trailing behind. She was on the brink of hitting 550 miles per hour, faster than any female in history. But suddenly, disaster struck. Investigators believe a rear wheel failure caused Jessi to lose control at 550 miles per hour. Her car veered violently off course, crashing and breaking apart on impact. The accident killed Jessi, just 39 years old. Her teammate Rebecca recounts, quote, "Waiting for Jessi to reappear felt like an eternity. We were glued to the screens hoping she'd dodge disaster again. But deep down, we sensed she wasn't coming back." The tragic news sent shockwaves through the motorsports community. Outpourings of grief spread online from fans, friends, and fellow drivers. Joe reflects, "I never imagined we'd lose Jessi. She was invincible in my eyes, constantly cheating death." But even now, Jessi remains a symbol of daring to push all limits. Her spirit inspires future generations to live fearlessly. Rebecca says, quote, "That day she woke up to make history, and she achieved that dream. Jessi will always be our adrenaline icon." Though Jessi's relentless drive led to heartbreak, her unrelenting passion pushes us to chase her fire. Just as Jessi said, quote, "Life's too short not to live balls to the wall. Make those dreams happen today." So when your time comes, how will you make history like Jessi? Share your thoughts and help keep her bold spirit alive. And in a flash, Jessi's supersonic quest ended in heartbreak. Though her relentless drive led to disaster, her daring spirit pushes us to live pedal down. So when your time comes, how will you chase glory? What risks are worth the reward? Share your thoughts on Jessi's inspirational life and how she motivates you to make every moment count. Don't forget to like and subscribe to join our adrenaline community. Tap the bell to catch your next deep dive into the life of a legend who pushed all limits and defined extreme speed. Until next time, remember Jessi's words, "We have one life, so make your dreams happen today. Who knows what tomorrow brings?" Now get out there and chase your fire.